Howdy folks, it's your old friend Magnus Booner. Prost! In the brewing world, we recently lost a friend. A gentleman by the name of Jim Parker passed away a few weeks back, and I'm making this video in memory of my friend Jim Parker. Way back in the day, probably in the 90s, Jim was credited with making Totchos. Totchos are tater tot nachos. He was working at a brewery down in Portland, and he threw them together one night, and since they've been copied on menus all over the United States. In this video, I am going to show you how to make Totchos in memory of my friend Jim Parker.
Roast.
The first step in making Totchos is to spread out your tater tots in a single layer on a foil-lined baking sheet. Then we're going to bake them off in the oven until they're crispy. While those are baking off in the oven, we're going to prep some ingredients.
Jim was known for putting bacon on his Totchos, and green onions always go good with potatoes. I would not dare to make nachos without adding pickled jalapeno peppers,
some guacamole, and of course sour cream.
I like to put my cream in a bag and then squirt it everywhere.
Once the tater tots are baked off and crispy, it's time to take them out of the oven and top them with cheese.
And now I've got some bacon here. I went ahead and pre-cooked this bacon so it was par cooked. It'll finish bacon off in the oven. And of course I've got some scallions, or green onions as my friend Little Josh calls them. It's really hard to overdo the jalapeno peppers. Everybody loves lots of jalapenos. Now we're going to give it just a little more cheese and we'll throw it back in the oven. It'll take about 5 more minutes of baking off.
Once that medium cheddar cheese is melty, gooey, and yummy, it's time to pull the Totchos out of the oven and top them with guacamole. And I really love to just squirt my cream all over the face. I mean, all over the place.
So let's give it a go. So I got the bacon, and I better make sure I get a jalapeno. And I got all that. I'm just gonna put it right in my mouth hole. The smokiness of the bacon, and you get that spice from the, I made a mess here. You get the spice from those jalapenos, and you get those scallions. These flavors really work together. Really nice. Well, hey, I hope you really enjoyed watching that video, and I want you to seriously go out to the store, buy yourself some tater tots, and make some nachos out of them in memory of old Jim. Also, if you're a home brewer or a professional brewer, this book called Brown Ale, it was written by Ray Daniels and old Jim Parker. It's a good book, and yeah, we were just really lucky to have old Jim. So if you like this video, subscribe, share it with your friends, find me on Instagram, I'm Magnus Booner. You can also find me on Facebook, I'm Magnus Booner. Maybe you want to email me. You can email me right here at magnustboner@gmail.com. Prost!